do you think it's nice that like Tiffany's makes things more on the affordable side, like $100 necklaces, $200-300 versus like the hundreds of $1,000 rings, so it makes it affordable for everybody. Like I think it's funny, like if you walk into the Tiffany's in New York, the prices start from like the most expensive to the least expensive. So even though Tiffany's is 6 floors, you'll find the cheapest stuff all the way upstairs.
So do you feel that you're financially capable of purchasing Tiffany's products? And then what do you think the price range of the products is?
I would buy it myself. I would, if I got it, it would be Tiffany.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it. I think like stuff that goes up to $40,000 or $50,000, at least for engagement rings.
And what do you think the price range starts at?
For engagement?
No, just for any product that Tiffany offers.
I think it's $100.
Yeah, I would say like, I would maybe buy it, but like I wouldn't, it was a special occasion or something, like extra money.
I'd buy it as a gift, but maybe not as a gift.
Yeah.
Like I've bought Tiffany's for my friends before, but I wouldn't buy it for myself.
Yeah.
But not for yourself. We want everyone to talk, so if anyone has anything to say, just speak up. So, what do you guys think about this advertisement, or just about the Tiffany's blue or color or anything? What comes to mind when you see this?
I thought it's the classic.
Yeah.
Tiffany's color in the box.
And I like that it stayed like that. Like everything that everyone else kept saying is that like you can always rely on Tiffany's to be classic, regardless if you got it 10 years ago or you just got it last year. It'll still be there, like classic in 10 years. So it's nice that the boxes stay the same, and, like the colors will stay the same. So a lot of things change. Like you're talking about with Coach, like Coach always have changed so much. Like you can recognize that it's Coach, but I could own like 4 things from Coach every 10 years, and they wouldn't look anything alike.
And classy, yeah, just classic.
Yeah.
I also think the color itself, like Tiffany's kind of took name of the color. So if you see that color, like I've been to a wedding and the girls were wearing dresses that color, and it's like, oh, it's the Tiffany blue dress. You wouldn't just say, oh, it's a blue dress.
Well, it's the Nike shoes, right, or the Tiffany shoes. New shoes that just came out with that.
So does everyone agree or disagree that if you were to see like someone wearing a shirt with this color, would you think of Tiffany's, or would you just think like, oh, it's this color?
I think it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
That's something long that I saw. I'm like, oh, nice, yeah, Tiffany blue shirt. Maybe like, oh, she looks nice in that shirt.
I would only think of Tiffany's if I saw the box, I'm pretty sure. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I just like the color.
Unless it's like wedding or something.
Yeah,
Or, oh, it's Tiffany.
or if I were trying to describe it to someone.
Yeah, the Tiffany box blue. So if you saw a box that was the Tiffany blue and it was a present, would you be excited, or how would you feel about receiving a present that was in the color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not excited, though.
If you don't like
I'll just take it back.
So do you think your attitudes would change about Tiffany's as like the older you get, or the more money that you earn? Do you think your attitudes would change if you go out and purchase Tiffany's?
Yeah.
I think if I all of a sudden made a lot of money, I'd be like, sure, I'll go to Tiffany and buy something just to say I had it. That was a thing, I don't know.
So then, do you think that Tiffany's is a brand that you want to aspire to own, or it's just a nice brand?
I mean, I'd love to own an engagement ring from Tiffany's personally.
I don't think it's a particular one that I would aspire to own. I think if anything, it would be other brands, but that's just also because I don't love them. I'm not obsessed with jewelry.
What brands are you thinking of when you say that?
Like usually like clothing brands kind of thing.
So you guys all seem to really like how classic it stayed as a brand, but you don't want to buy it yourselves. What could Tiffany's do to spur your, I don't know, spending on their products?
Lower their prices.
Have what?
Lower their prices.
Lower their prices.
Also, like, I don't think I would necessarily mind spending $100 on a necklace that I would know would last me for like a very long time, but they don't have much of a selection on the lower end. So there's like only one necklace and I already own it. So I'm not gonna, like, the next jump is like $200, and like that might be like not within my margin to spend it on. So maybe like more like variety in the lower end versus.
I think also this isn't necessarily answer your exact question, but it's also about like necessity. You know what I mean? Like we're all saying like we don't want to, or we wouldn't buy it ourselves, but like there's no need for me to like go to the store and like get something from Tiffany's. Like I would do it, it would be nice. Like I would go and get myself a pair of earrings, but like I don't need a pair of earrings from Tiffany's. So I think we're like kind of answering from that mindset as well.
But do you feel like you need clothing or jewelry, like Michael Kors jewelry? Do you feel like you need?
No, I don't.
So you're just saying anything that's more expensive is not really necessary?
I don't think that's true because, for example, jewelry, not everyone will just go out and buy jewelry on a regular basis. Like me, for example, I would much rather buy myself an expensive bag that you could get a very pretty necklace at Tiffany's for the same money, but I would go with the bag before I would go with the jewelry.
Okay. Do you think if they kind of had different kinds of lines and had different prices for these different lines, that it would spur you to buy more? So for example, if they had like a separate line that was a little bit less expensive than like a higher line, like a different line, they all kind of like came with a different color, maybe not maybe the Tiffany's blue, but a different color, would that be interesting to you?
Yeah. Most, a lot of brands will do that. Like, for example, like. Yeah, or like UCBG, you have like UCBG generation, which is like catered to younger girls, which is also less expensive, and then you can keep going with that. So I think that would be one way to kind of spark some interest.
I was gonna say I don't know if I agree with that. Because Tiffany's is the thing about Tiffany's, like you want it is because it has that prestige. So if they like had a lesser line, maybe that would like not attract me from such a young age to want Tiffany's because it's just like that like high prestigious thing. So I feel like I don't really care about it as much now, but maybe when I had more money later on in my life, that's when I would want to invest in Tiffany's. My mom never bought it when she was younger, but like now she like will make an investment in a bracelet. So like I think it's like more catered towards older people, and it works that way because they'll spend more money.
I would agree with that because that's the thing with Jimmy Choo. Like H&M had a line by Jimmy Choo, I think shoes or something, and I wouldn't go to H&M to buy the shoes that were like cheaper than they are normally. I would just wait until I could just get my own pair of Jimmy Choos.
Right, and also like the whole, going along with what everyone was saying, the whole thing is that it's kind of like a luxury thing. So if I'm spending, even if I end up spending $50 on like, I don't know, a lucky ring from Lord & Taylor, and there happens to be one from Tiffany for $50. First of all, I don't really venture into Tiffany that much. I venture into Lord & Taylor all the time. But also, it doesn't seem like as much of an indulgence when I'm doing it, when I'm buying something like Lucky, versus I feel like I'm really spending on myself if I go to Tiffany and like buy myself a ring. Just because of the brand and but that's also what attracts it. So I'm not sure that's
So we just want to get everyone's opinion. So can you just raise your hand if you think that Tiffany should differentiate between their product lines in terms of pricing or stick with the same image for everything? Like,
Make sure you ask.
if you think they should differentiate, raise your hand.
In price?
Just in how they advertise, like the lower price, like the small silver necklaces that you get through a lot of expense, should they advertise that differently than how they do for their more expensive brands? If you think they should, just raise your hand. No?
I agree with you.
Why do you think they should? Well, just because if you knew that you could afford that Tiffany necklace, I mean, it's really hard to like keep the luxury component of it and like the branding, but if you could do it in a way that's like buyers still getting like the same product, it's not like it's created at a different factory or whatever, it's still under the organization, it's still a Tiffany line, and if you could afford to get that at a lower price, and it would seem more appealing for occasions other than just big occasions, maybe smaller occasions or just random shopping.
I think that everyone is saying, you know, like, you kind of, as a young girl, like, imagine yourself one day, like, getting Tiffany's, and I think that if you kind of differentiated between the, or, what was it, like, split it up into,
Yeah, like how we said if you like the boxes to be a different color for cheaper lines.
Oh, you're saying
Oh,
that
I
the box
wouldn't-
are
yeah.
different color? I
Well,
wouldn't
not-
change
well,
the
not
box,
necessarily
but.
that, but just
Yeah.
advertising.
I'm just saying if you like did like a cheaper one or whatever, that I think that also allows like everyone to kind of be able to have that same dream, like aspire to like one day owning something Tiffany's. And it's nice to like let everyone have that thought, you know? Because there's some people who will never be able to own Tiffany's.
How would you advertise that differently? For a less expensive?
I mean, I think. See, the thing is that I wouldn't want to change the color of the
Yeah.
box though. But I mean, just like introducing it, you can say like, oh,
Yeah.
here's
Starting
our
off.
cheaper line. Like, I'm terrible at that. So,
I think you could just say like, maybe not affordable, but like, just saying that like this line, like starting at this price, and just by saying the price, if it's lower, it's gonna like kind of do its job, as long as you also say like all of the things that you would say on a normal commercial, like, oh, beautiful design, you know, like, and crafted silver, I don't know, whatever it is, you know.
That's one of my biggest difference though. You know what I mean? I feel
Yeah.
that that'd be taken away from the people that really take pride in it.
Yeah.
And they would feel like that lessens them.
I think if you could do that, you definitely get these in the monthly packet, which is like, well, which is like one of the main aspects of it.
It's like they took so long to build up their reputation that it kind of deteriorated.
Unless you did like maybe a specific collection, like maybe you did, oh, introducing a new girls collection, now for little girls, here's the jewelry bracelets for $50 that are targeted towards like maybe 10-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I think that like they should make it a cheaper brand, but maybe advertise their like things that are cheaper just differently, not in saying that they would be less prestigious, but there are people who have a stigma against brands in general, and like they're like closed off from Tiffany's their entire life because they hear the word Tiffany and like, oh, brand, I can never afford that. But maybe if like you advertise like in highlighted pieces that are cheaper, that are still nice and affordable, then people would realize that like, not that Tiffany's is more accessible, but it's something that they can invest in without like putting a huge dent in their.
Okay, so before we wrap up, does anyone have any last questions? Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming and participating in our focus group. It really helps us out, and feel free to grab one pizza, sit around and talk, whatever.